What the muck is up, lifestyle hunters? So with Legends of Arceus coming to a close, I have really put a lot of time and energy into this game, and I just wanted to give you guys a breakdown of things that I have found out on my own, and things that I have done on my own to see how to get shiny Pokemon. Now, for me personally, I absolutely loved this game. I thought it was so much fun, and getting the shinies in the game was somewhat on the easier side. Out of the whole entire Pokedex, I only need 20 Pokemon in this game itself for me to have caught every single shiny Pokemon in this game. Let's jump in. The first thing that we're going to really look at is the chart. The chart is the breakdown of everything. Data miners came up with this. This one is specifically from Annie Biz, and this person broke down everything that we need to know as far as having dex levels, and then as far as having perfect research, shiny charm, and massive mass outbreaks. You know, getting a shiny roll 32 times, a 1 in 128 is absolutely great. Sometimes it's difficult because with massive mass outbreaks, you don't have the fossil Pokemon, so you kind of have to just rely on the distortion world. And it's just incredible the amount of time and energy they took to data mine this game to show us what we can get, what we can't get, the shiny rates of a perfect dex. I always prefer to do a perfect dex. I feel like if you're going to hunt a Pokemon, you might as well, because if you do run into it and it's an alpha, why not get that extra rolls of it being an alpha? So the first thing that I'm going to talk about is running into shinies on a map randomly. The biggest thing that I've always said is once you step foot on the map, save the game. Because if you accidentally shiny fail, you can still go back and reclaim that Pokemon, which is awesome. But something else I've discovered when it comes into running into shiny Pokemon, if you happen to switch from night to day, and that Pokemon is where another one would spawn, that one can actually become shiny. I have tested this. I have found a shiny Stantler, and after finding shiny Stantler, I went back to the camp, went to sleep, came back, and it was actually a shiny Zubat. So as far as random encounters go, it's just random. If you fly around and you happen to get lucky, swoop down and get the Pokemon. It's as simple as that. So now this whole thing brings me on to the massive mass outbreaks and just the regular mass outbreaks. Originally, when we started going after the mass outbreaks, it was a very simple thing. You would go out, you would find what Pokemon you were looking for. If it was on the map, that was great. You would save in Jubilife, fly out to that area, catch or kill all those Pokemon. Hopefully you'd find the shiny, and fly and reset if you didn't. But something that I thought was very interesting was I constantly always catch the Pokemon. And what happened was one day I got really frustrated at this specific Pokemon, that I caught them all. I reset the game, and I said, I'm going to kill them for fun because I'm just frustrated. And I did. And then I found the shiny Pokemon. And then it dawned on me. I was like, wait, depending on if you catch or kill, could that change the shiny? And with this specific Pokemon, it proved me to be right. So what happened was I wound up resetting my game. I did it 3 separate times. I caught all of them, and all 3 times that I tried catching all of them after the resets, no shinies. Killed all 3 of them, and I wound up getting a shiny every single time. It's very funny how that this game worked. It was a cool mechanic that I think that I figured out. I wasn't sure if many other people did. I figured this out probably, I want to say, about 4 months ago. I don't know if anyone else knew about it. I didn't really see anybody else talking about it. So I kind of like to think that I stumbled upon this method myself, which was kind of interesting. So if there is a target Pokemon that you're looking for, and what I wound up doing later on in the game was I would catch all the Pokemon, and if they weren't shiny, I would just reset, go back to those Pokemon, and kill them, and see if that there was a difference. And the method did work out a couple of times for me. Now the last little bit that I really want to cover about as far as the shiny hunting aspect of it goes is something that I found out that if you catch a specific Pokemon, and you leave, or you rest, or do whatever you would like to do, eventually that Pokemon would respawn. and there is a chance that it could respawn shiny. And supposedly other content creators found out that that is also possible with the ideas of alphas. If you go to an alpha Pokemon that you want and you catch it, go back to the campsite and you sleep from, let's say it's morning, you go from night to afternoon to back to morning, and the alpha will be there, and they constantly change. So that was another way that you can go after a shiny alpha. Now, personally, I think that takes a little bit too much time, but I do know a lot of people aren't really that big on soft resetting, or at least in this console, hard resetting. It's what I kind of call it. But there is a chance that regular Pokemon on the map can spawn shiny as long as you catch them, and you can either wait or sleep for them to come and for them to be shiny. And last but not least is the space-time distortion shinies. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I would highly recommend that you completely max out your decks and you just go out there and hope for the best. Honestly, I don't really have a method on how you can chain shinies in this game as far as the time distortions, because I've only come across the shinies completely random. As far as I am concerned, I have completely maxed out the decks for Eevee, and I have seen over 1,000 Eevees, not only in the distortion world, but just trying to catch them when I was lucky enough to find that 3% on a map. I don't really understand so much how the time distortion works as far as shinies go. I feel that other content creators have brushed up on it, but there really is no solidified answer that you should catch them or kill them or anything other besides just really waiting and hoping that you get lucky. I think the odds in it are just straight the 4,092 odds, and that's that. So guys, I know that was a lot of information. This video was taking me a while to do because I was just trying to piece together the right words and some of the visual effects so you can see personally what I did. Legends of Arceus has been nothing more than just a wonderful ride for me. It is something that I was very passionate about, and it was just one Pokemon game that I was truly able to look at, break down, figure out, and test theories myself. And what was really cool about that is when I found out about these theories, some content creators haven't come out with it yet. I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't put out my information beforehand, but I'm kind of glad I was able to make one big video based on what I saw, what I did, what I didn't do, and what I really liked about the shiny hunting in the game. Unfortunately, guys, that's it for me. And like always, happy hunting. Peace.